Hi guys. Feel free to fast forward by clicking the link below. But what I want you to do is pick a crystal that you feel guided to pick. And then after that, we're going to talk about how your third house placement, like the planets within your third house placement, affect you in your life. So what I mean by that is that, I'm trying to think how to explain it. So my third house is in Sagittarius, and in the planets with, so I'm sorry, let's start over. So within that third house placement, what's in there is your local community. God damn it. So your local community is like basically the people in your world, your family, your friends, your coworkers, whatever, business partners. Basically people you're associated with in some kind of way. So when you think of these people, as different as all these individuals can be in your life, from comparing family members to your friends to your coworkers, I bet you can find a common denominator within all of them based off the planets that are in your third house. So for example, my natal chart, my third house placement is in Sagittarius. I have mainly, I think they're all actually planets that are, what am I trying to say? Why can't I talk right now? They're all planets that are, what is it? Is it ruled by Capricorn? I can't remember, but basically, for me personally, I have a bunch of people in my life, from family to friends to coworkers to whoever is in my circle. They're all based on traditional values, like those. And when I think about the people that I've been like affiliated with in life, like all these people, they all share the same things, very similar, like a stable foundation, or like something like this, psychic stuff, readings is a little woo-woo to a majority of the people in my life, from family members to friends to coworkers, whatever. That is considered my local community. Now, because of these planets within the third house placement being ruled all by pretty much Capricorn, someone like me, being a psychic, being into mysticism, the occult, whatever, those type of people, not that there's like constantly headbutting, but basically in my life, personally, I'm meant to step out of that. You know what I mean? It's almost as if like I don't belong in my own world, my own local community. But what's the funny about it is the fact that we choose this. We choose this as our journey, because that's supposed to be part of your soul's challenge, is to rise above it and step into your light. So I think it's really important, I always say this, but for people to know their natal chart. You need to know your time of birth, where you were born. I think if you don't know the time you were born, you can just enter 12 o'clock. I think it should suffice, but whatever. But yeah, so anyway, I'm rambling because I'm not thinking straight, but yeah, it's just something to look into. If you feel like you're constantly butting heads, or like if you feel like you're the weird one, well, okay, go with that. Why are you the weird one? Weird. What is weird? But so it may have something to do with your soul's path, your journey. It may be something you're supposed to struggle with in regards to speaking up, possibly, or Or maybe being quiet, who knows, right? I doubt it's being quiet, but just food for thought. So we're gonna move with pile 1. Okay, well they wanted it that way, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna see how your the planets within your 3rd house placement affect you. You know what's so weird? I feel like I've been craving chocolate soft serve with chocolate sprinkles. That's like not my thing. I'm a vanilla soft serve kind of girl with colored sprinkles. Okay. Hi, pile 1. All right, let's see what's going on. How do the planets within your 3rd house placement, local community, affect you? Okay. You may feel, trying to figure out which one's your energy. Oh, this is you. Okay. So you may feel the need to, I don't know if you were attacking or just speaking up and then walking away and then showing. I'm not really too clear on what the message is just yet in regards to how the planets affect you in your local community. Oh, you may be the kind of person who does what they say they're gonna do. Okay. Oh, within the 3rd house placement, it's also how you communicate. I forgot. Okay, sorry. I see now. I'm feeling like this type of energy where it's kind of like boss-like. So maybe you are the type of person that's like, I want what I want. You know, like that's the energy, that's the vibe coming through. Like I'm seeing you hold either a heart, I think it's a heart, or a crystal, something like that, and you're just like, mine. I don't know if that's gonna make sense. Maybe like once you know what you want, it's yours. You know what I mean? Like you just go for it. And you know what's weird? I feel like I'm getting Neptune energy. Out of nowhere. So, oh, intuitive. Interesting. Okay, very cool. You may or may not, your 3rd house placement may be Pisces? I don't know. I don't know if Neptune's in there though. So anyway, so when you do these things, you may be working based off of intuition. You may have a thing about like committing though. There may be something up with that. you may have a problem with committing to things you want to do because maybe you like feel down, like maybe it was too big, like too big, whatever it is because I felt like you were barking, like you barked at somebody and then you like walked away and then you showed them, like that was the energy. So maybe when you do this and then you go for it, you're like, ooh, shit, something like that. Or maybe this is just like restlessness. Maybe you get bored. Maybe you're lazy. And I feel like all these things could happen if you get easily distracted. So there's something about like daydreaming. You may daydream a lot, or maybe you talk about your dreams. Maybe you are constantly wanting to go after your dreams. Maybe you have a lot of ideas. I did see you walk through a door with light, and then I saw like your path, and I see you kind of like starry. You know what I mean? Like you're in the stars resting now. So what happened? I don't know. Oh, you may do these things, but you may lose your passion while going for it. That's such an Aries thing. Oh, maybe you have Mars in your chart. Like Mars in your third house? Maybe. You were kind of like snippy, I felt. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting almost like the same dream. Either you should be painting, or you like to paint, or paint would be like a good activity. I forgot what else is in the third house placement besides communication and your local community. There's something up with you in painting, and if there isn't, it would bring you happiness. I'm seeing it, but you going after your dreams makes you happy. It may feel hard because you do have karmic lessons to be learned within figuring out sorry, I'm looking. You have karmic lessons in regards to going for your dreams. There's something up with that. So maybe it's not easy. Maybe you have to work at it. I mean, you obviously have to work at it. You're definitely not somebody where things are just given to. And if you are, it's not with this. It's not. Oh, you may have Capricorn. Oh, you may have Saturn in your third house placement. Which deters you. You may expect things to be easy, and when they're not easy, you get easily distracted or not as passionate. I see you doing it. That's because of your solar plexus. I'm seeing the yellow come in. Yes, Saturn is there confirming it. You may have Saturn. Something's up with Capricorn in your third house placement. Check it out. Or maybe it's Capricorn. I don't know. But it just means you have to work harder. It's not going to be given to you. But it will be given to you. Okay, so for example, I saw somebody painting. You may have to create whatever this thing is. You may have to think of something creative. That would be part of your karmic lesson if that's something that doesn't come easily to you. Creativity may be, one of your karmic lessons. Interesting. Okay. Okay, but I'm seeing that you have to be committed to this. And somehow it's related to your crown chakra. Yeah, you may be expecting this, like, just come to me, like creative idea. It's not gonna happen. It's just not how Saturn works. You are meant to grow within this. You need to like fight your, I don't want to say demons, but it's like whatever your shadow is telling you, you need to fight that. You are capable. You are capable. I'm literally seeing it. It happens. I know it. But it's just, you're telling yourself negative things possibly in your head, and you need to shut that up because it's devil energy. It does like, I'm not trying to get religious at all. I'm not saying the devil exists. I'm just saying devil energy. There's a difference. Devil energy doesn't want you to succeed. It's intentionally here on earth during our journey to challenge us. We're meant to it's like that cartoon with the angel on one side, the devil on the other. That is meant to be a thing in your journey. Like, not you personally, just mean like earth, like while here, you're meant to contemplate. You're meant to, because you are supposed to win in the end. You're supposed to listen to your intuition. You're supposed to listen to your higher self. That's why you have a whole fucking team of spirits working with you. We have spirit guides for a reason. Life is not easy. We need guidance. Yeah, look, you even have the divine on your like side, like pushing you. But yeah, whatever. Oh, purple. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's your crown chakra. Definitely I'm seeing blue too for your throat. So definitely something's up with Neptune and intuition within your third house placement. You're supposed to use this to your advantage. You're supposed to be listening to your intuition, not your ego. Motherfucker. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. So, all right. So your third house placement, local community. Okay. So, I don't know what type of, okay, let's try to figure out your local community. Because I'm not picking up on any vibes as to how this affects you. I mean, yeah, I see that you're the type of person that goes for their dreams, and you may be loud about it. And then you may get deterred or something like that, you're not as fully motivated. Okay, whatever. Happens to all of us. You should look up. You should look up for your zodiac. Oh, did I already say this? Maybe I did. You should look up for your zodiac sign what can help you stay committed to things. Trust me. Fucking trust me. Okay. Okay, so something makes you happy. What makes you happy within this third house, please? Oh, I guess I'm gonna go with your dreams, right? Your local community may be, although obviously everyone is different, they're their own person, they may be the type that chews in your ear. You know what I mean? Like, chews, maybe that's the wrong word. Just like, like that's the energy right now. Like maybe people are constantly chirping in your ear. That's what I meant to say, chirping. I would look into this because you're meant to break out of that. And you may be feeling different or weird or something because of that, but your soul signed up for that. All right, I'm gonna open that. Let's see what we see for you. Okay, I need lotion. Okay. Oh, what I say? Solar plexus, free will, courage, willpower, change. Okay, yeah. So you're supposed to just fucking go for it. You are meant to do that. There's a reason you feel this need to constantly follow your dreams, your path. Like, that is part of your journey. It's definitely part of your contract. It's part of your mission. And you have something with free will. Maybe that's why you were like kind of snippy. Third eye. What'd I say? You may have Neptune. In your local community, you're meant to break free from it because I feel like they're very in your ear. Maybe telling you like which ways to go. Like, this is the right way, not that way. And then it's like, you're just like, what? Come again? You know, like that was like the energy. But at the same time, so if you have Saturn in there, Capricorn energy in your third house placement, this may be a hard thing for you to break out of. It's part of your karmic lesson. It's meant to be hard. It's meant to be that way. It just is. Because maybe you were controlled in another life. Yeah, that is what it is. Okay, got it. You're not meant to be controlled in this life. You're meant to speak up based off of your intuition. But make sure it's your intuition and not your ego. Yeah, you have a thing about freedom. Mm-hmm. You're meant to go with your gut. Sorry for the sound effects. I can't help it. Yeah, you're meant to be free. Damn. Okay. You're meant to grow from this. You gain freedom by stepping out, by breaking free. Wow. Okay. Water 10. Corona Borealis. Rejuvenation, fulfillment, marriage, in reverse. Okay. Oh wait, was it like this? It was like this, sorry. Earth, 6. Dorado, investment, value, risk. Okay. Yeah, you probably have Capricorn in your chart. Or Virgo. One of the two. investment, value, risk. So you may be a really good thinker, but you may be too much to the point where you hurt yourself. Yeah, you have fox energy where it's just like, it's strategic. You watch. You may be watching for too long. Mars, what did I say? Vitality, aggression, action. You get stagnant. You lose it. And that may be because easily distracted, lazy, just not as stimulated. Okay, so you're somebody. How do I word this? You may be somebody who not only needs a little motivation, but the best way I could say it is, I know my higher self is snippy, and she's kind of got a little attitude, and she's the type that'll be like, are you doing what you're preaching? And it's like, yo, are you fucking serious? How are you gonna call me out? I'm you, so you may actually be, you may be the type of person who calls yourself out. So you may be very hard on yourself. Ooh, yeah, earth energy, water energy, fire energy. Yikes. Do we have that here? All earth. You may have different planets within the third house placement. I'm not sure. There's definitely something up with Neptune though. Intuition. Okay, let's just read these cards, and then I gotta get to these cards. Okay. Okay, so what's in reverse? Rejuvenation, fulfillment, marriage. A person may be put off by the idea that happiness cannot be attained more quickly than the current timeline. The concept of self-revision may seem tiring. What did I say? You may get tired, which you may get lazy, and it may be easy for a person to quickly dismiss their happiness by wallowing in one's failures rather than using them to propel progress. So you probably are that person where you're your own worst enemy. I mean, honestly, we all are. I feel like we ourselves know every single flaw there is, and it's like almost like a deep fear. What if somebody calls us out, but nobody does, because nobody realizes the things that really bother you, so you shouldn't be doing this. This is devil energy. You're being your own worst enemy. Why? Where does it get you? What does it do? It makes you stagnant. It makes you not move. You're meant to move. You need to stop watching, and you need to start doing. And you know that. You know that? You know why? You know that? Because you're fox energy. Don't be afraid of the risk. There's a reason you're being guided to do the risk. Because you're smart and you're worthy. Mars, vitality, aggression, action. When this card appears reversed, Mars, tenacious side, may rule. Mars can be a formidable opponent, and his will to be the victor may overshadow his good sportsmanship. What did I say? I said there was like some type of zest, some type of like snippiness. His aggressive side may also provide fuel to tense encounters or stimulate confrontational situations. He is not likely to back down. So battles with fiery Mars should be chosen wisely and approached with caution. Mars is popularly seen as the god of war. Mars symbolizes masculinity, assertive and active personalities, and those with passionate demeanors. While driven and focused on his good days, Mars can be a tyrant and a dictator on his worst. He is directly linked to the element of fire and its passionate, action-oriented authority in nature. Okay, so this is why you may feel conflicted with your local community. You are somebody who is meant to go, and you do, but then you stop. You're not meant to stop, which is why you're being pushed to go for your dreams, because you're meant to do something. The sooner you accept that, the better. You're closer to what you want. It just doesn't seem like it, but it is. I guarantee it. What is that commercial? I guarantee it. You're going to look good. I guarantee it. Yeah, I guarantee it. You just need to know. Here's my future prediction for you, pile one. Yes. Just do it. Go for it. Okay, Earth, 6. This card depicted sea creatures flocking to Dorado, curious and awestruck. Wealth often brings out an insatiable thirst in treasure seekers and opportunists. When this card appears in a reading, one may be ever closer to the treasures they seek. An influx of opportunity, money, inheritance, winnings, or the uncovering of a meaningful treasure may be close at hand. This can also be a card of sharing wealth, generosity, investment, and considering where to place one's resources. It is worth deliberating a thing's intrinsic or instrumental value. Okay, so listen. Listen up, pile one. Are you listening? You need to listen, okay? Please listen. You are meant to... You're not meant to just watch. You're not meant to just, strategize and do. Don't watch and strategize anymore. Just do. And if you're not sure what to do, ask your spirit guides to give you signs. Ask them to guide you. If you feel like you're already doing that and you're not getting answers, bullshit. You're not being open to what it is you're seeing. You may not like what you see. Ask for specific numbers. Ask for a specific sign if that's your problem. If you're so strategic, right? Value over risk, blah, blah, blah. Ask for a very specific sign, and I guarantee you within that week you'll get it. But you need to keep your eyes open. The point of that is to look for it. If you think a sign is supposed to just hit you in the face and be like, oh my God, this is what you were asking, that's not how it works. When you ask for a sign, you're meant to look for the answers. Some people don't realize that, your spirit guides, your archangels, your angels, whatever you believe in, they're in another realm. It works differently. It's just like people who don't believe in, spirits. What the fuck is that? It's like the clairaudient. Oh, well, if spirits are real, then why can't why does it sound like muffle and you can't hear the spirit clearly, huh? Because it's part of a fucking journey. You're meant, remember I told you, angel, devil on each side. You are meant to believe on your own. You are meant to have faith. The prayer came up in your reading. You are meant to believe. And when you believe, that's when the magic, whatever you want to call this, begins. You have to have faith. It's meant to, not everyone is meant to see spirits. Why? Because you're meant to wonder about the unknown. You're meant to believe. That's all. If everything was clear, then that's fucking boring, first of all. No matter how much we're like, just give me the answer. Honestly, if we got the answer, no matter how happy you think you'd be, you wouldn't. Then that's boring. The fun is over. You may think you're not having fun now. I guarantee you, if you just got all the answers, it's not even a journey. It's not even a mission. It defeats this whole purpose then. Okay, sorry. I'll go on and on. Okay, we got, what do we got? Does it say lit? No. Wow, I feel like these are beautiful cards and I don't even know them. I just feel like they are. Sorry, bear with me. I love this deck because this deck is meaningful as fuck. It's like so deep. Oh my God, why? Why is this happening every time? Okay, start with this one. The tear, the mourning, the release, the rain. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that, once acknowledged, will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. The tear is powerful, and it is possible to be subsumed in its waters. Find a supportive place to open the floodgates. Okay, so I feel like there's like two messages within this. Number one, let your emotions be, because whether you're female or male, you have strong, I don't want to insult anyone, you know, for the females, but like masculine energy. I mean, we all do, especially if you're a fire sign and you're a woman, like that's our problem, is like simmer down, you know, like you may have problems with men because of your fiery, aggressive, like energy. It's part of the deal with your astrology sign. Okay. So what I'm getting for pile one is that not only do you need to be one with your emotions, you need to let this macho thing go. Like there's a balance. No one's saying cry and do it publicly, cry in secret, cry in private if you have to cry. And if you're denying that this is even a feeling, well then you need to go within. Denial is what I say. Denial. Something is clearly going on here where there's emotions that need to be felt and you may be blocking it. Okay, if you don't want to cry, then don't cry, but don't block your feelings. You see all this black? You're blocking something out that needs to be released. If you don't want to cry because you're macho or dominant or aggressive or whatever is your deal, pile one, then you just need to acknowledge your feelings, all right? Like you need to just acknowledge it. I'm also picking up on like, you may like be so like whatever, interpret that as you want, that you may not acknowledge your feelings to wanting to have a partner. So you see this card too. This is two cheetahs facing each other head on. Then there's also a woman here, and then there's someone, you know, behind her, I don't know, giving her a head massage, something. This is in reverse too. And this is fulfillment. This is marriage. You know, you're not letting yourself feel. It's okay to want feelings. If you don't own who you are, you're never going to get what you want. It makes sense if you think about it. Okay. The prayer, the worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent, self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. prayer leads us beyond our ego. As we move from our little story to the big one, some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service, whatever prayer is for you. This card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. Experiment with the act of bowing down. Nearly all spiritual traditions make a practice of prostration. Every song, kiss, breath, word can become a prayer. It is a feeling, not an action. Consider the ancient mantra, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the creative consciousness within. I bow to the teacher within. So I feel like this is a message, pile one, because you got tree, grounding, and then you see forest, breathe. You may need to show more gratitude. You may need to become a little more humble, grounded. Yeah, grounded. And if you're unsure how, Google ways to become more grounded and then act on it. You can't just read and call it a day. That's not an action. It's just not. Yeah, okay, you Googled, okay. I guess I got a little zest, right? A little spice. Okay. The nectar, the medicine, the elixir, the garden. In Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as amrit, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar, or sacred elixir, is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance, sama, is known to activate subtle intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most senses fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated the substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. The nectar, the mystic, and Aletheia cards are linked. Oh, sorry. It is the mystic who, like Krishna, turns poison into nectar, and it is truth that can often serve as a potent elixir for healing. Sense the nectar within you, dripping from the crown of the head and soothing the brain. Let it drip down the spine like sweet honey. Pile one, you need to heal. You need to heal. It may be hard for you to not speak up. I don't want to say that. It looks like you definitely speak up. But there's something that needs healing. The seed, the beginning, the origin, the pearl. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping up against a growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. One of the alchemist's favorite images was the pearl. The irritant, over time, becomes the treasure. What is your grit? The true seed is elusive. If we follow any story toward its origin, it spirals farther and farther back in time. This way, we are always the seed and always the fruit it bears. So, pile one, what I'm picking up on is that, you either are or in the process, or you may have started growing and then you got bored or something, distracted, lazy, whatever you want to call it, whatever your situation is. But Spirit is saying that this is needed in order to get what you want. You have to follow your... Oh, you know what I'm getting to? You also have complex energy hitting head on is the strategic and the instinct. Okay, I see what's going on now too. So you got several things. You got several things. Okay, so you may be somebody who watches, plans, and then does. So, but you're not meant... It's not that you're not meant to do this, because that's amazing. Most people just do and then think after. So you're someone who thinks and then does. That's great. Perfect. Except you're supposed to migrate this somehow with your instinct-like qualities. So your instinct-like qualities is to go for it. You're supposed to honor that. You have that energy for a reason. You may feel stagnant, you may feel down, you may feel some kind of way within your third house placement because you don't finish what it is you're supposed to do, and or you don't always go off your instincts. You just don't. But you're meant to. You're meant to break free from your community. What does this mean? It doesn't mean fuck you, you're cool, I'm out. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying you're meant to speak up. I mean, you do. I saw you. But you're meant to be more grounded about it. You're not meant to be so snippy about wherever it is that you're snippy in your life. You're meant to follow your instinct. But you're meant to do it in a more grounded, humble way. Maybe diplomatic. And the reason you may be getting into arguments, because I saw you being snippy, that may be because your local community doesn't believe in the same things you believe in. You chose that life. You chose to have that karmic lesson with breaking free, hence your instinct. You're supposed to follow your instincts. It may seem like you're chasing stars. Definitely didn't say that phrase right. But you're meant to chase the stars. What you feel, this big thing, you're meant to go for it. That's why you feel it. And that's why it won't leave you alone. What? Yes. Don't you see? Like, look, it's an eye that sees, I don't know. Oh, that's right. I saw a diamond. Did I say that? You probably see what you're meant to be, what you are. It's not even what you're meant to be. It's what you are, but you're meant to turn it into action. You're meant to do something with this. You see, look, there's a hand going for it. But it's this diamond, it's already on somebody. So it's within you. You have to look for these signs on the cards. Look, a hand going for the flower. But you're not going to be able to see it with this fucking camera. But it's already connected to the rose. And this is God's white rose. Look up white rose symbolic meaning. That's you. It's in you. Hello? Wake up. Yeah, look, pearl. There's also a godly-like symbolism for that too. Stop going in circles. Stop going in circles. Stop going in circles and just keep your eye on the prize and keep at it. If you don't know what it is, that's part of your karmic lesson. You're meant to work through that. Ask for a sign. You see? Oh my God, there's always signs on the cards. That's spirit working for you. 17, a divine number. There is a woman looking at 2 street signs, unsure which way to go. Have the courage to go forward with your change. You're feeling a change because you're meant to have a choice in this life. You're meant to have the willpower, the free will, the courage to act on this. And feel. Solar plexus is about feeling. Feel what you feel. Look for the signs that you ask for. If you think it's too woo-woo or whatever it is, pile 1, ask for very specific signs. And keep an eye on it and follow your gut. Third eye chakra, visions, intuition. Stop with your fox energy and just do. You can't stay stagnant in your fox energy. It's great, it's admirable, but now you need to do. Oh my God, we've been so long. Okay, gotta go. G2G. All right, bye pile 1. Okay, so what do I do with the cards? Okay. Oh my, you son of a bitch. If that stops recording, I'm literally gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Oh no. Oh my, come on. Shit. Did we do it all? Yeah. Hi, pile 2. All right, let's see how your house placement, the planets in your 3rd house placement affect you. What's going on? Okay, I see that, okay, look, very similar energy as pile one. So you are meant to break free from your local community. You are, so what I'm seeing is like this, I'm seeing like this person holds a sunflower, then holds a ring. So I'm seeing happiness, I'm seeing commitment. And I see them looking at it. But the thing is when this person or this, I feel like it was like a black angel, I'm not gonna lie. This black, like all black angel, the wings were black, the body was black. And it sounds dark, but I'm not getting dark energy. So this big black angel was separating your community, like you and your community, something like that. And you know, like there was a lot on the left side and the right side, and this was supposed to be like you and your community. And yet there was only one sunflower and one ring. It's almost as if like your community doesn't give you any happiness or commitment of some sort. You may be surrounded by people that don't fulfill you in some kind of way. And they also may not be... Oh, the black sheep. Got it. Sorry. Okay. So, and the fact that it's in the shape of an angel, it just makes me feel like people may make you feel like you're different. And they're right. You are different. And you're meant to be different. You're meant to break free from your community. Because they don't give you this happiness and possibly loyalty. There's something up with commitment that you're just not getting. But you're not meant to. You're not meant to, you know, these things with our local communities, they may feel comfortable to us because it's what we know. That doesn't mean they serve a purpose. And that's not to say like cut everyone out who isn't doing something for you. Like that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they may have reached a part of your soul's growth where now it's like stumping your growth. I don't know if that's going to make sense, but your local community no longer serves you. They've reached your soul's purpose. They got you to where you're supposed to be, but that's it. And you may feel yourself clinging on because of the little bit of happiness and the little bit of loyalty you get. But it's like, do you just want that? Like, do you just want little, or do you want little loyalty, or do you want loyalty? Do you want a little bit of happiness, or do you want the fucking whole thing? You know what I mean? Like, what? So you may be feeling these things, and yeah, but you may be holding on. Because I see somebody holding on, but it's like you're holding on to one fucking sunflower. And you're not even wearing the ring. It's like, what the fuck? You're settling. Why are you settling? Because these are things that make you feel comfortable. Things that make us feel comfortable are not always good for us. Change is hard. You may be stressed out about it. And you may be going back and forth. You may be holding on, and it's like, why are you holding on? What are you getting? You're supposed to be taken out of this and connecting to people who touch your heart chakra. Your local community may be kind of controlling. They may be trying to mold you into somebody you're not in some kind of way. You may feel restricted. This is what I wish everybody understood. These feelings you're feeling, you need to acknowledge them because they're coming from somewhere. And that's why they call it shadow work. When you ask yourself questions and you actually commit to answering them, that's your higher self talking to you, guiding you. Yeah, see, I'm seeing like a hand reach for another hand, and then you're just getting this. They're not fulfilling you. Your local community is not meant to. It's what you signed up for. You're meant to either go global or travel. You're meant to commit. You're meant to commit to your dreams, and your dreams aren't going to come easy to you. I mean, whatever your dreams are, it's not going to come easy to you. Just like pile one, you have, I see Saturn. So you probably have Capricorn placements within your third house placement, something like that. I'm wording it wrong, but when you do this, if it fills your heart, if it fills your passion, it may not feel that way, but are you feeling good in your local community? Or do you just want to go for your dreams? And when you go for your dreams, are you the black sheep? You know, if I'm seeing Saturn, then you may be surrounded by people who make you feel weird for going for your dreams, and you're not weird. You're just not in your community. You're not with your soul tribe. But again, you asked for that. You asked for that challenge. Your soul did, because you're supposed to step up. You're supposed to step into your purpose. You're supposed to be challenged that way. You're supposed to be seeing clearly. You're supposed to be nurturing yourself. You know, the third house placement is all about relationships and, you know, communication, and you may not feel like you get this nurturing energy. You're supposed to do it yourself. This could be because maybe you got, maybe you were spoiled in another life. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you're supposed to work hard at these things because they came easy to you in another life, and that didn't challenge your soul. Aren't challenges more fun when they're when there's like a victory involved? You're meant to go for the victory. You may feel alone during this, but you're meant to in order to grow. You're meant to learn who you are. You're meant to deal with your shadow self head on. You're meant to go through a rebirth. You wanted this, you just don't remember. There's happiness with this when you make these sacrifices that really do feel like sacrifices. You know, you may, this is another thing too, you may have karmic ties with your local community. And what I mean by that is that maybe you've been too dependent on them in past lives and you're meant to be independent in this life. Maybe you relied too much on people, specific people in your past lives, and you're meant to break free from that. That doesn't mean they're no longer in your life. They very well can be. But the dynamic is supposed to change. The roles are supposed to change. And I don't mean swap roles. I just mean that if you depended on, let's say your mom and you depend on each other, you're meant to break free from that because it's something you guys have done before. And you're supposed to not do that. There's a reason you may feel alone right now. And it's because you may have been in another life someone who was constantly surrounded by people. People were just constantly fulfilling something for you. But you are meant to fulfill you're almost supposed to be like your own Ace of Cups, like your own, you're supposed to fulfill yourself first. And you may not have done that. You may be relying too much on other people to fulfill something for you. And you may feel constantly let down. Energy is energy. So if this is part of your soul contract, you're meant to, because once you fulfill yourself on your own, then you can get these other energies that you seek, as long as they're not in unhealthy ways. Like, I need this person to fulfill this. I need that person to fulfill. Like, no, it needs to all come down to balance. There's nothing wrong with wanting to always go to that best friend, who gives you the best advice. But it's like, if you are someone who's like, I need to speak to them because I'm not making a decision until well, that's an issue. So it's okay after this rebirth, this thing you're going through, this loner energy, to still feel those needs, those instinctual needs, because they're instinctual because you've had karmic ties with these people. You are connected with the people in your life for a reason. You were drawn to specific people for a reason. You're supposed to learn things, big things. So it's okay to still want to go to, Debbie, and speak to them about specific things. But as long as you don't feel that dire need, like, I'm not making a decision until I speak to her, well, then that's imbalance. You need to rely on yourself. Remember, know thyself. But it's okay to want to be open to hear other people's advice. I hope that made sense. I know I say that all the time, but I genuinely mean what I say. Commitment and loyalty may be big to you, pile 2. And you're not getting it with your local community. What the fuck is going on today? Do you guys hear the noise? Like, what is today? I don't even know what today is. Oh, Friday, that's why. I'm sorry, I don't have a life. Yeah, pile 2, I see you eyeing something big, some type of glow up. And I like the pace of it. You're meant to go for this. I'm getting like pot of gold, huge pot of gold. So it may be monetary or just your dreams, maybe both. But it's yours, and this fulfills your heart chakra, whatever this is. So I'm going to assume it's a passion that brings in money. This may be how you break free from your community. And it brings so much more. I don't know what exactly is oh, it's happiness. I'm like looking up in the sky and I feel like I'm seeing what is the a cup. Oh wow, it's not just a cup, it's Aladdin, that thing. A dream a genie? No. Whatever. Yeah, the genie. The thing that brings wishes. You get your wishes fulfilled. I'm gonna open my eyes. That was an easy read. It was easy breezy. Make sure I'm recording. Okay. Oh my gosh. I thought it said no. I was like, no! Alright. What's going on with you, pile 2? Oh, that's what I saw. Ooh. Saturn in reverse. I feel like that's good. Wow. You may be almost out of your karmic lesson. Outburst, explosion, surprise. Justice, Aquarius energy. Social justice, radical effort, rebellion. Yes, see, remember, pile 2, you're the black sheep. I mean, the black angel, honestly, from what I saw. And you may be looked at as someone who's a rebel-like tendencies. You're meant to come off that way to your local community. You just are. Okay. Okay, well, Saturn came up, so I'm going to go there. Reverse, this card may signify a change of power that is not in one's favor, such as an unexpected layoff or an unfavorable outcome in a court law. As each transition of power occurs, it is important to realize that change is sometimes necessary to shape things up and propel one into a new frame of mind in which to recognize opportunities one may have previously ignored. Change provides a chance to learn from having to adjust one's perspective. So it's interesting because I feel like the ending of that paragraph was what I saw. I didn't feel the beginning. I'm going to read it again. This card may signify a change of power that is not in one's favor. That's so interesting. The reason I'm going to say this is because I was just talking to someone about reversals. I was just talking to someone, I was like, I've heard you mention before that if you don't feel a card is supposed to be in reverse, then it's not. And if you don't feel like a card was meant for that reading, then it's not. And I remember, I'm such a literal person sometimes, which is something I have to work on, but I remember thinking, well, then that fucks up the whole thing. Like, I'm being guided with the cards I choose. But it's like, it's so weird. It's, I do feel only part of this message. I feel that, oh, it was black, the angel, and this card is black. So you may have, oh, okay. So this is what I feel. I feel that this transition of power is occurring for you, pile 2. And you may be having difficulty with the change. So you were this big black angel. I don't know if I said that you were like huge. But you may have a problem like being in power to some degree. Got it. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm like, what is the message? I don't understand. It's not resonating with my vision. You may have a problem with speaking up. You may have a problem speaking your truth. You may have a problem not being a people pleaser. Because remember, your local community, they were kind of like, they were controlling, from what I remember. You're not meant to be controlled. You're meant to control yourself. I hope that resonates. I'm sorry, I was having difficulty. It really threw me off. I'm like, what? But now I get the message. You're meant to have a new frame of mind in which to recognize opportunities, ones that may have previously been ignored. Change provides a chance to learn from having to adjust one's perspective. You may be a people pleaser. You're not meant to be a people pleaser, and you may have difficulty having a voice. Oh yeah, look, Saturn, the god of the harvest. Okay, so Saturn is what gives you your physical manifestations in this life. Saturn is a planet that literally manifests. I fucking hate Saturn, but you know, it's good at the same time. It's the strict dad, you know, it's like we love him, but you know, low key, like, we kind of don't. You know, Saturn manifests the things you want, just in a very difficult fucking way. So Saturn, the god of the harvest, is reliable, predictable, and deliberate, slow and purposeful. Saturn methodically assists in the completion of one cycle so a new cycle may begin. Often compared to the personification of death. Remember I said, did I say that I saw the rebirth? Shit. That's how I saw the rebirth for you. Saturn swiftly delivers a blow when he believes it to be time for a change. In doing so, Saturn provides room for a new regimen to flourish. Saturn is the ruler of transitions and limitations. Saturn is responsible for the passing of time, for providing restrictions and guidance, for establishing rules, and for building an organizational framework. All of these concepts assist with growth within a structure, creativity within restraint, and a deeper understanding of the virtue of temperance, which is balance. Yes, very much so. That is what's going on. Hopefully I delivered that message correctly, that you're having trouble stepping into what it is you're supposed to step to. The transition is because it's a karmic lesson. You're meant to break free from that. You're meant to have a voice. You're meant to be big, but you may have trouble with this. Supernova in reverse. When receiving the reverse card, the outburst may come from outside of one's immediate circle, though one may feel its effects. As in a case of social change or a community-related encounter, in any case, careful attention to what is fact and what is hearsay may help one decide how they need to react to the shock waves that follow. When receiving the reverse card, the outburst may come from outside of one's immediate circle, though one may feel its effects, as in a case of social change or a community-related encounter. In any case, careful attention to what is fact and what is hearsay may help one decide how they need to react to the shock waves that follow. So remember how I was telling you your community may be the type of people that like try to control you, which makes sense, and you're meant to break free from that. So you are meant to pay careful attention to what is fact and what is hearsay. You may believe that because your local people, your local neighborhood lives by society standards, society's norms, that you need to understand that is an old belief system that you were probably raised to believe and have raised your whole life, led to believe. You're not meant to believe in that anymore. It is limiting you. It is a limiting belief. And you may have difficulty, which makes sense if you think about it, like depending on your age. I mean, even as a teenager, it's hard to change your mind frame, So you may need to be strategic due to Saturn's energy in regards to how you decide to react to not believing in your local community anymore, your neighborhood, like you may, remember there's rebellion here. So you have some type of rebel-like tendencies. Once you figure out what your truth is, right? Because you're going through some type of rebirth, or you're about to, or whatever, that's Saturn's energy for you. This may be truth. And you may be so rebellious against your own local community because they're so, best way I could do is straight edge, or, you know, it has to be this way, right? Your local community is trying to control you in some kind of way because of your rebellious tendencies. You're the black sheep. But you may no longer believe in those limited belief systems or whatever it is that they have raised you on. But it's your whole community that is trying to convince you, no, what you believe in is false. But you believe it's true. You're justice. So you may need to tame yourself. You may need to chill the fuck out. No, I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, you just have to learn how to deliver your message. That's really what it's all about. Wait, I didn't read that. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Every time. Oh, here we go. In a reading, the Justice card acts as a mirror of truth. Of truth. I don't know if you heard that. A mirror of truth, even if the way that one enacts that truth seems against the grain. Determining the right decision might take the course of a more analytical approach in the situation. This is not necessarily a card of what is fair, but what is just. In an upright reading, this card is empowering so that it provides the querent with the choice to determine the best course of action for their truth, honesty, integrity. See, pile 2, you have discovered what your truth is, what you consider truth to be. And in your local community, they don't agree with you. But you have that justice-like energy. And look, you see this big-ass bird? This was symbolic of the big black angel, the black sheep. So it's like you're trying to get your message across. You may not be doing it in the best way with your local community. And you should learn how to voice your opinions, your beliefs and thoughts in a better type of way. But at the same time, you are meant to hold this down, this belief system, because it's your truth, whatever that is. But you're meant to step away from your local community because they don't believe in the same things that you do. And you signed up for that. It's meant to be like that. It just is. You signed up for some difficult shit. You know, you may feel attacked because it's just you. It's just you. You know, this bird is this person's energy. And the water is the feelings. Your feelings may take over. Okay, rain, purification. What did I just say? Rain, water, purification. You're meant to go through your awakening. You're meant to rebirth yourself into your own beliefs as to what you believe to be true. You're meant to move out of your community. Vision quest, holy shit. It's all about movement. You have a vision, pile 2. But again, you have to be like grounded. You may be a little feisty. Creativity, imagination, expression. That's a big message, pile 2. You need to tame yourself. Originality, passion. Your passion may be so much that it just overtakes you. What did I say? Your soul, wait, did I say that for this pile? I forgot. But you need a soul tribe. You need your family. And unfortunately, your local community is not your family. They are, but they're not. Remember, your local community is your family, your friends, your coworkers, the people you associate yourself with. You're meant to find your new tribe. You're meant to find your new community where you belong that relates to your beliefs. But you're meant to be humble to your local community. The fault line. the offering, the village. Oh, the Father. Okay, let's read these and call it a day. Move that. What do we have? X. Come on. Oh my God, are you serious? Do you guys hear that? Okay, the offering. The gift, the present, the sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your local community. No, and I don't mean sacrifice like bye, you know, like you need to figure out the balance, the middle ground, even though you may be the black sheep and your community may make you feel like you're the black sheep. You have to remind yourself that you asked for this challenge. And I say that because so you're not as angry or wanting to constantly prove your point. Unlike many of the other cards in this deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it's time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. Once a week, Gandhi gave up speaking for a day, offering himself to divine silence. The offering can come in all shapes and sizes. If there is a gift you've been thinking of giving someone special, now is the time. Wow, that's deep. That hurts my heart. Damn. Sacrifice and sacred. What? Okay. It's like a book every time. Oh, the fault line. The fissure, the crack, the weak line. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afloat. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along a fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. Damn, pile 2. It is possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. Revisit it. The time to heal is nigh. In Japanese kintsugi, pottery, gold is used to mend cracks. Breaks are thought of as a precious rather than something to be hidden. Wow. The village, the hometown, the family, the tribe. The village presents us with a conundrum. On one hand, it's the place that feels most like home, the place to which you can always return. Nostalgia and comfort draw us back. On the other hand, it's the very place you must leave in order to grow. Around the village, an unspoken boundary exists. One most villagers do not want you to cross. Sorry, I read that wrong. Weird. Though some support your leaving, still you hear whispers of doubt as you venture beyond its borders, leaving them behind. The energy of the village is present anytime we feel restricted by a certain group, community, family, place, or ideology. It may have served us in the past, yet staying within its parameters will never satiate our thirst for life. Thank the village for all it has provided, knowing you will someday return. For now, the world awaits. Wow, it makes me want to cry. It's like, I told you, these cards are so deep. The village moves with you, as it is more of a mindset than a physical place. Returning to the village is as important as leaving it. This can be thought of as a completion or an integration of what you learned out in the wild. You know, when I went into this whole psychic thing, when I was in tune with my gifts, you know, like I said earlier, my placement, my third house placement, there's so many, there's just a lot of Capricorn there. And not that I don't have Capricorn in my chart. I do. I have a lot. So, you know, somebody like me is dealing head on with my Aries-like energy and my Capricorn-like energy. So it's like firm foundation. But I wanna go out and explore. You know, there's always that. So anyway, my local community is basically Capricorn-like, where it's like, this is society's norms. This is what's okay. This is not. Very restrictive. So this whole psychic thing, you know, doesn't agree well with my local community. I remember my dad, he said, what did he say to me? You know, I just listen, this whole psychic thing, okay. Some people have gifts in this life. Yes, I believe it. But the fact that you don't believe in coincidences, frightens me. And it's like the old me would have just yesed him. But now there's this part of me that's like, yeah, well, I don't. You know, but again, humble, that respectful way, because it's a parent. I remember my uncle, someone I'm very close with, when this all happened, he was like, you need to go fucking sign yourself the fuck into a mental institution, blah, blah, blah. And you know, he still feels that way. And, you know, it's, I think, more of a touchy, sensitive subject for him, because I personally know that I saw his late son, and I mistakenly, you know, talked about it freely and openly, which I should have been more sensitive about. And I didn't think before I spoke. And so I think that rubbed him the wrong way too. Me personally, to give you an idea, if you're not following as to what your local community is, it's always constant resistance. Either people looking down at you, people not understanding you, people making you feel like you're weird or a letdown, anything like that. It's because they signed up for this with you to teach you to grow. So don't be so upset with them. Easier said than done. But you have to remember that they're helping you. They agreed to help you in this life. They agreed to help you grow. All right, the father. The great father, the masculine, the protector. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves. Here yet gone, the champion and the failure, the father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitation. You son of a bitch. Sorry. Sorry. This scared me. It really fucking scared me. Sorry. Where was I? The father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves. Here yet gone. The champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. Read poems about the father. Sharon Olds, His Stillness will, I don't know what that is. I think it's a song. Become a student of this masculine energy. Watch the father in movies, in Shakespeare plays. See the father as a pattern, not as a personal. Wow. When in light, supportive, strategic, regal, kind, authority. When in dark, disappearing, disappointing, devastated by failures. Yeah, what did I just say? People may make you feel some kind of way, but you're not that. It doesn't matter what their position is in your life. It may hurt, may affect you, because why wouldn't it? This is the human experience. You're meant to feel everything. Sad, hurt, happy, angry, resentful, all of it. It makes you who you are. I hope that helped you, pile 2, in regards to how your third house placement affects you with the planets and whatnot. Don't feel bad about being different. You're meant to be different in this life. And don't let other people get in your head about it. It's okay. All right, guys. Sending you tons of love and light.